Evening everyone, how are we doing tonight? Welcome along Ross, Austin, AC Driving, Brendan, David and Thomas. Hope we're all well. Had a good day. So we're trying something different tonight for the channel. Or different in the live stream sense anyway. So we have come onto Geiselsberg for tonight. Oh, I'm not bad, thanks Brendan. So it's a map I enjoy playing on. Evening Julian, how are we doing? We're going to try and do a reasonably realistic series on here on live, if it all goes to plan. If it all goes to plan. We have nothing on here except the money in the top corner, which is 1.5 million. Because let's face it, you wouldn't start a new farm with no money. So we own no land, no buildings, no machinery, nothing on here. We've got to start everything. Hey Jamie, I'm good, thanks. How you doing? I'm good, thanks, Austin. Evening 1174, how are we doing? Yeah, what about it, Brendan? I know there's been some issues with one of them. So we need to decide where on this map we're going to be based. What machinery to buy, how to set our yard up. At the moment, right down the bottom end of the map on what is originally the cow farm. Hey JKD, how are you doing? So the only buildings on here currently are the cow buildings, which we don't own. Yeah, there's a problem with that. That's the issue I heard about. So we're down here at the moment, so we need to decide where we're going to be based on here. Yes, it is seasons. So we're going to try and do this as realistically as the game allows for. So on the video series I based in that yard. So we're going to try and avoid that one. So where do you guys think we ought to be based on here? Down the area we're in. Up the top. Evening Milton, how are we doing? So we're going to try and use an existing yard if we can rather than the fields, because the fields are an interesting terrain for the most part on here. Yeah, down here. The trouble being down here, it's a long way to up here if we do a contract work. Okay, so we've got one for the top, one for down here, or two for down here. Top. So we're thinking sheep farm kind of area for top. Okay, so general consensus seems to be stay where we are then. Always knew you liked the bottom, Tim. So we'll have that yard then. So this is the yard we now own. So we've got cow building is in here. We've got no silos, no barns. So that means we need to get some silos and barns. So, silos and barns. Do we go with the ones that come with the map, or do we go with some other ones? So we've got these ones what come with the map in here. We've got the original crop storage one here, 130,000. We've got the MF farm silos. So I was going to want some grain storage, so what do we think? Okay, which ones do we think are going to suit the map best though? Because the Alien Gym ones do store everything, I guess. Then barn wise, I've got a few in here. Whilst you guys give me some answers on that one. A few seconds behind me. Got these bale sheds, which I don't think are seasons compatible, so that's something we need to think about. If we saw strong, we've got this placeable storage building as well. And we got the ones that come with the map. Thinking about it, David, certainly thinking about it on here. So general consensus seems to be Alien Gym's buildings, which I thought it might be. So I just got to remember which way around these things go. You can't always see the disc on them. So we've got all this space down here. Well, not so much space because we've got silage clamps. So let's see the disc now. Yeah, we can access it from both sides, if I remember rightly, with the silo. Try to place things so we've got enough space to put some other buildings if we want to. So we put that there. Hopefully we won't have to do too much landscaping down here to sort it all out, as that's all flat. So we'll get that one constructed. Do like the way they're built. So we got our silo there. So now we need some machinery storage. So machinery storage. Also we need to keep an eye on the prices we're spending on this. Do we go for the new style barns? Depends what fits down here as well, I guess. To be fair, Alien Gym's ones aren't big enough to take a lot. We've got this rather large one. Don't think it's overly tall from memory. Should probably fit some machinery in that one. It's nice and cheap. Be nice if we could, Milton. Hopefully that should give us some machinery storage space as well. So we just need to do a little bit of landscaping work down here. Tidy that up. Not so much landscaping, but painting. Anything but that, Milton. Anything but that. So obviously can't paint tarmac down. So to go with concrete on here. We can't actually paint over top of their tarmac either, which is interesting. Right, so that's silo and barn. Yeah, the fields are a bit rough on that one, unfortunately. We'll have to think about a house at some point. But for now, that takes us on to machinery and fields. So, as everything's bare at the moment, where do we want to be looking for fields? Try and keep as close as we can for now, probably. Don't really want to click on that bit. So fields are a good price. Do we just get a big field for now? 33 and 43. Yeah. Or do we get a bigger one and go with that? So whatever we get is going to need ploughing, I'd imagine. Hi girlie, how are you doing? 33, 43. Got a feeling 56. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. 389 for that one. We'd always put a couple of different crops in that. That leaves us lots of fields then to do contracts on. I'm good, thanks, Okan. So all these fields will have contracts on, so obviously the less we buy, the more we've got to do in that respect. So go with field 56 for now, because we're going to be earning money to do more. That then takes us on to machinery. So we own this field here, which has to be ploughed, I would imagine. Obviously, real, so got to be ploughed. So machinery will be our next step then. So, go try and use reasonable sized machinery on here. I think it's the best way. No cheaty ploughs. We are not using cheaty ploughs. There was a plough I put in which I wouldn't mind just having a good at. Hey Geordie lad, how are you doing? Evening Terry, how are you doing? So, yeah, I do like this map. I was going to have a look at the Lemken. I haven't actually used it yet. I'm good, thanks. I was thinking this would be a good plough. Yeah, I mentioned cheaty ploughs and look who turns up. So 6 for a Lemken. Covers 3 meters. That'll do us for a plough. So we need a tractor to go on the front of it, which is at least 180 horsepower. I'm going to start with decent sized machinery on here. I'm not going to mess around with smaller stuff, given the size of the map. So that takes us into the medium tractors category. So we've got a few in here. Where do we want to be looking for tractors? Bearing in mind the amount of money we've still got as well. We've got a lot to buy yet. But we can borrow. There's no rules against borrowing money. It's got to be at least 180 horsepower. I don't know if the 6930 is quite up there. Cheap JD. Do I think our cheap John Deeres go up that high? Whatever we're looking at, it's going to be at least 120,000, I'd thought. Yeah, this map I'd recommend. I've liked it ever since it first came out. So the 800 series fence are a little bit on the pricey side, shall we say? And also a bit on the loud side. We could go for an 818. Oh yes, plenty of places to crash on this map. That's for certain. By the time we've priced this tractor up to an 820, you get £150,000 for a tractor. £167,000 if you put GPS on it. Yes, but the 7810 has a few party tricks, that one I've got installed on here. I'm slightly nervous of what it may do, unfortunately. So we could go Fendt or we could go John Deere. Or worst case, Massey. So you're looking at 167,000 for that. Or if you went to Class, Class would be less money. In fact, Class is considerably less money until you add GPS. 168 for Class. Do you reckon 660 Arian for that one? So I think the Axion will be too expensive. Yeah, we ain't well justify an Arian, or Axion rather, I don't think. It could be 200,000 for that. So Axion or Arian? Over to you guys. It's about £30,000 difference. Axion, Arian, Arian. Okay, that answers that one. Okay, Arian is still winning at the moment. 5-3. Do we add a loader bracket to this tractor? Okay. We'll go... Throw me now, you've got 50-50 split roughly. I like the suggestion of the action in one respect, that we could upgrade the horsepower. In that respect. So we'll have that. Solely down to the fact we can upgrade the horsepower. And front weight. So say we can always borrow money. We can lease other machines that we need. As long as we own a tractor, we can lease everything else. Should be a good combination here, I think. Something is not reacting very well here. Hey SG, how are we doing? It's not actually moving when I change direction. Probably... To be honest, I'm not actually sure, David. Got to get down to our farm without crashing first. Given terriers here, the chances of crashing are incredibly high. With this horsepower, we've got enough horsepower here for the Vardestat drill. Combine we can lease when harvest comes, probably. Unless we've earned enough money by then. Let's hope not, Thomas, but there's no telling whilst he's in chat. We'll have a closer look, Dave. Do you want to get in the field for that one? Don't think it is, but we'll have a look. I think let's use some bits of it, but just thinking this map will work better in a live series than it does on the video series is the theory behind this one. I see how many times a week we do this and when we do the MP during the week. Hey Josh, how we doing? I think they're all part of the same company, Thomas, from memory. So we've got our field here. Let's have a look at this plough. Don't think it's a reskin. It's not a variable either. It's a Europal. It's not hydraulic vari-width. Right. So let's see if we can find a reasonably straight edge to start with on here. We start with the roadside and then straighten it out. Oh, that's what Sundays are for. Starting these little bits down here. Get our field ploughed before we do anyone else's. We'll also make use of GPS as we got it. Milton's nemesis. I know how much he loves GPS. .3 meter plough. Let's just let it find where it wants to go. Hope it's set up properly. There's no telling with the GPS at the moment. Let's just have a look in the settings. I think I know what might be up here. I'll use Restream to do both at once, Terrier. Either seems simple enough. Just go back again and then we'll see if this is actually set up right. So I think it's too narrow despite what the shop says. Seems to be set right. Shouldn't take too long to get this field done, hopefully. So I don't have Corsair installed and have no plans on installing it. I might just increase the width of this plough a bit because that is a bit on the narrow side there. Yeah, I'm still not overly convinced on doing both at times, but it seems to be working for now. I wouldn't really want a heated window in the back there, to be honest, looking through that all day. Good job we got maize skimmers on the plough, so plough maize stubble in. So you can use helpers on here. I have no rules against using a helper if we want to. Obviously that's going to cost us money to do that. Just going to put the grid lines on for a moment. And let's just increase the width of this a bit. Not much, just a little bit. I can remember the controls for this bit. There we go. Shuffle that over a bit. Oh, that's really fixed. It's definitely fixed, Terror. No two ways about it, it's fixed. Looks a bit better. See what it does coming back the other way. Thought I forgot to do that earlier. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Just wondering what they did actually fix for this release. You notice I haven't released the video over the weekend of the Lemken cultivator, which appeared and disappeared on ModHub. On Friday, I think it was, due to the issues with it. I do have a video of the issues with it. There's an interesting live stream archive up on my channel of what happened with it the other night with Josh. Let's just say it was supposed to be fixed and I haven't found what they've actually fixed this time. question is, what shall we drill on this field? Now, I couldn't find any difference, Terry, between this live stream and the one I done on the 1st of October. I don't know how they've got away with it again. Yeah, the welcome map was 17, it's just a conversion. And the only difference is we've now got a map boundary. No, Milton, just no. Not with seasons. That would be asking for trouble with seasons because it messes up your whole rotation. Wish they'd put some nice chrome plowshares on this, so they're actually shiny instead of having blue ones. You're doing well, GT. Do you feel alright? No, you're not missing much from the map. They've addressed some of the issues with it, like the boundary's been addressed now, but there's still other issues what need fixing. Whoops. What a mistake to make. Ah. Sometimes I find farm sim actually helps the stress. Yeah, well, you could hear it. You can hear the reaction proper somewhere else, Milton. I'll tell you exactly what I think of that idea, but I can't start the channel. Yeah, I think so, Mark. For that some reason, it's not going to earn us enough money. Okay, Julian, catch you later. Ah, hours in the day always seems to be a problem. I shall plant poplars on this field, Terry, the day you stop crashing in your live streams. I think we all know what map we want to play, but someone hasn't finished doing it yet. Exactly, Terrier. Got more chance. I think the odds are great of me winning the Euro Millions than they are of you not crashing. And considering I very rarely play it, that's saying something. Hey James, how are you doing? I know, Milton. Tall order, that one. Talking of maps we'd like to play, I've actually got a Medical video going out in the morning, not a mod review, tomorrow. Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. Nice blow, this one. Could have gone for a bigger semi-mounted blower, I suppose, but we'd need even more horsepower then. Yeah, I think he is Milton. Not sure if it's the Western Shore grabber granny what's distracting him. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what new maps are coming, where they end up. Yeah, Terrier crashing on the live stream is mandatory. You can't have a live stream without him crashing. But just imagine how impressive the crashes can be when he gets onto PC. We're on Geiselsberg, James. This map kind of fits with what I wanted to do. It's a perfect map for a realistic type series. Yes. Let's see if we can find you a realistic damage mod for ETS Terrier. See how quickly you can bankrupt your company without accident damage. I have, James. I've got a whole series on the channel on there. It's where the Arthur's Farm series is based, of which I've also recorded one of them this afternoon, as it didn't go to plan what I was going to do due to the weather again. Haven't got very much done at all this afternoon what I was planning on, thanks to the rain. So much for a dry day. We picked the right tractor here. We're just going to have the one tractor for now. I think we've got the right one for the job. Yeah, it's not been good, Terrier. You guys had it a lot worse up there than what we have. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys, if you've been enjoying the stream. Be much appreciated. Also the subscribe one if you haven't subscribed already. The on-screen sub counter is broken at the moment. It's not actually updating for some strange reason. Some people had some snow yesterday on the Wales Shropshire area, what I've seen. I was drying out lovely this morning, coming for lunch, and it started to rain while we were eating our roast lunch today. So we've been up Finish the allotment off this afternoon. I missed a bit of excitement up there last night. Apparently someone left their anti-bird cage open and a roe deer got in and had to be rescued. It's done quite a bit of damage to someone's allotment. First thing one of the other people told me this morning, so it must have been fairly exciting news for them up there. We went for beef again today. Yeah, it's supposed to be wet hair tomorrow, which is great considering I'm doing the rest of that forestry equipment course for someone. Means eyes are going to get wet again. So unfortunately I've seen today that some complete and utter tool has cracked the DLC and started releasing bits from it. Took longer than I thought for some fool to do it, but someone has. Downloading anything like that and looking at them. They're elsewhere as well, Terry, Milton. I've seen them elsewhere. Haven't actually been on LT. There's two now. This tract has been got at, as has the Tucano. They've made changes to them, but I won't be doing anything with them. Anything out of that DLC on the channel. It hasn't been got legitimately. To be honest, I don't look at LT very much anymore. Those rules go for anyone in my Discord as well. No links to any dodgy mods in that respect. Or there that shouldn't be. We'll have to get this field ploughed, probably be finished in this in the next stream, and looking at what drill to get or use. I'll have a look and see if I can do anything for this plough as well, just to get to how I want it. Depends how he's done it. Might be able to change a couple of bits on it if not. How you put it all together. The first thing I've interfered with in GE. This is one job I actually miss doing in real life. I used to enjoy ploughing. had a 5 thorough on mine. Last place I worked, I've used a 6 though several times. Well, for a few years I had a 6 thorough. In fact, identical to this one. And that was on the orange older equivalent of these tractors as well. Reno Airs tractors. Aries. Hey Nathan, how are we doing? So currently I'm thinking Vardestat drill, but might be other options we can look at. Got a lot of 3 metre ones installed, but I think 3 metres is going to be too small on this map. I'm going to need a sprayer, fertiliser spreader, or just a sprayer. If you want to do lime, we could always lease something. I've actually got some modded sprayers installed, which I've yet to have a look at. I have got that installed, David, funnily enough. That is one option for us. I think I installed it. Yeah, those heater elements would be incredibly annoying. A lot of the jobs I used to do. Looking through them potato halves and de-stoning all day, driving around a twist, I think. I'm 3/4 of the way there already before you say it, Milton. They're the ones I've got installed, Milton, to have a look at. Oh, good here, thanks, Nathan. Probably a silly question, but have you looked at Metagroove at all today? Have you been having a nice free day? Now 4D said he might be putting them out tonight on Facebook. Ah, Farm Sim free day then. This actually looks a good combination, these two together. That was my plan originally today until it turned wet at lunchtime. So just wondering when we come back on to here again, whether we do it tomorrow night. Got to sort of plan a bit now what I want to do in the next week, stream wise. Probably going to do going forwards is have one community multiplayer stream a week at the moment. Okay, catch line this area. No stop you now, you can get back in that place, is there? Hey JD Gaming, how are we doing? There's one community multiplayer. We may do one Oakfield multiplayer in a week and this map. That's what I'm thinking. That's what we do when. Good, thanks. I'll probably all change again those plans, but we will see. The halfway point now. Whether we need to bother to get a cultivator or not at the moment. I'm thinking that David's on something with that converting the drill though. Don't know about GTA, but FS it'll run fine because that's what Milton uses, I believe, if I remember rightly. 1050 Ti is a good graphics card. .1050 Ti or the newer 1660s and 1650s as well. Good cards. The only time you'll find the 1050 will take a hit is on a really detailed map, I think, and a big map. Mine's taking a hit on here because of certain custom textures this map uses. Maze as a custom texture, and that's sort of playing the FPS up a bit. And there's an awful lot of trees on this map as well, which won't help that map too much. But if I unlock it, it will go fairly high, shall we say, in the right places. Yeah, I don't think you'll have any problems with that, GT. I think it's a 1660 that Jeremy put in his PC from memory. Now I've got an 8 gig 2070 in mine. Probably a bit overkill for what I do with it, but I like it. And it's overclocked slightly. Not much, just a little bit. Just need to get my RAM to run properly. A few problems between the motherboard and the RAM at the moment. So I can't have it running at full speed, otherwise the PC crashes. So I'll get about half this field done tonight if we can, before we finish. Yeah, I've currently got 3200 speed RAM, which is only around at 2400. It ran fine for the first month and it started having random crashes. Nothing beat a big hard drive. I've got 1 terabyte HDD and then 1 terabyte SSD in here, plus a I think what the other two are. It's 500 gig M2 SSD and a 240 gig SSD in there with a backup operating system on it. Thanks for the follow, Tito. Much appreciated. Evening, William, how are we doing? Or morning if it's morning in your part of the world. Oh, that's a tough one. There's some really good John Deere mods out there now. Old school John Deere's, it's UNM ones by UNM mod team. These 6010, 6000s, 6020s and 6030 tractors that he's done. 6030 is the one I've done the review of today on the channel, and also the 8000s he done. Newer John Deere's, I'd say the AGDM 6Rs are probably a good one. 6230 and 6251. Yeah, they are nice tractors, David. One or two little bits with them, but nothing major. Just not convinced on the Continental tires they came with as an option. Yep, that's the genuine V2 as well, 1174. I have downloaded that but not looked at it yet. I'm not a fan of strobes myself. Thanks for the follow, Craig, much appreciated. Right. So there's two 8000 series ones on FBM at the moment. There's the one by UNM and there's one which is by him and someone else with some other wheel options. I believe there's someone else who's part of the same mod team. He's just released it with his additions to it. Right, so when we get back to this end, we will go back to our yard, and that's where we'll be finishing for tonight. Hey Sam, how are you doing? We'll see when we come back on here. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow night or Tuesday night. Might have a bit of multiplayer Monday, we'll see. Yes, I did, Sam. Ain't done too badly tonight, get that little chunk upload. So I won't be doing anything on here off stream, it'll all be done in stream. I find out just how tall this shed is now. Oh, plenty big enough for that. Okay, catch you later, Josh. Right, so that's where I'm going to be leaving it for tonight. So, don't forget to check out this morning's John Deere video. I forgot to put a link for that on the stream deck tonight. Head across to VF now if you want to continue your farm sim. I shall be back tomorrow, but for now I will say thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this stream and I'll see you again later. Goodbye for now.